Now we will have a stream available, but no play-by-play available. But we will still carry video for you on ESPN Plus of that match tomorrow afternoon. Laney Alamo to serve. Alamo sends it over to Jackman. Here's Smith to set it. Here's a swing by Martinez, and that was as textbook as you like. Nissan Martinez punishes that one for the kill. That is her 6th in 9 tries. She has no errors on her line here tonight. And now it's Ramirez to serve, sends it over to Mbaya. A tight set from Eciroglu for Piva, and that goes. Defne Eciroglu with the tight set at the net, and that was the mark of a third-year player who's just continued to grow and grow in confidence. Coach Preston noted about Eciroglu and what she's done and how she's continued to progress throughout her career. As Smith sets it up here, Jackman hammers that one eventually home. 2 quick ricochets off Moss and Anderson, but that was just a punishing hit there by Rayashawn Jackman. Kalani Talakai sends it over to Anderson. Eciroglu runs to set this one, just a free ball over. Now the Bulldogs can pass to set it up here. A swing down the line, or actually middle. That one missed long, and a point for New Orleans. Subs coming in. Baker and Scales check in, and Kyla will serve. Baker sends it over. That one almost ate up Ramirez. She stayed with it though. Jackman's swing, cross court, lands in beautifully for the kill. Rayashawn Jackman with the kill on the point for Alabama A&M. Now to serve, it is Martinez. She sends it over to Alamo. Eciroglu sets. This is for Mbaya, and Scales jumping there, really selling that one in the middle. The Privateers were able to deceive Alabama A&M and just kind of throw off their block a little bit, and Mbaya able to put that one away for the kill. She's got 7 to lead the team thus far, and now Mayoni in for Alamo. Eciroglu serves. Defne Eciroglu, I'm sure, of course, the native of Ankara, Turkey, excited for tomorrow, the Turkish basketball team in the European Championship final. Serve over, receive. That's going to be set up here on the outside for a swing down the line. That one missed long, but a touch, and an Alabama A&M point. Well, actually, they called it in. And Coach Preston, I think, wants to challenge this. The line judge called it out, and I think there was an overrule because the call was in, the call was not a touch. So, all should stand. Now, it's worth noting that there has not been a call that has been reversed here at the HPC that has been challenged by any team at any point this weekend. And we anticipate that that streak will continue here. Well, the Privateers have gotten themselves to this point off of, like we said, that dig to kill that Coach Preston really emphasizes, that quick transition to a really fast offense that the Privateers are capable of running with the options that they can employ. Here's the call, and it stands like we thought. Great job by our crew to give you the proper angle to see that that ball did indeed land pretty flush on the line. Now Jackman to serve. Bulldogs trailing by 7 here. Privateers, though, still in a commanding position on the scoreboard. Jackman's serve. It goes deep. There's Anderson. Eciroglu from behind the 10, and Mbaya will lean into one. Good dig by Jackman in position. Here's a swing on the opposite side. Ramirez, and Fatima Ramirez takes that one and slams it home for the point. Now Jackman sends it in a line over. Anderson the reception. Tight set from Eciroglu for Scales. Shoves that one over, but that missed wide, at a point for Alabama A&M. Well, now the Bulldogs edging their way closer here. And you have the feeling if this run continues one, maybe two more at most, there will be a timeout coming from Coach Preston. Privateers haven't used one yet in this set. Serve over. Anderson just gets underneath. Now Moss has to hustle to it. Free ball sent over. Now Shaw passes to Smith to set up Ramirez. Off the block touch, that goes for a point. And there, right on cue, is the timeout Coach Preston signals for. And New Orleans, that 7-point lead that they enjoyed just a moment ago, well, it's a little bit more tenuous now. It's down to 4. 20-16 your score here at the HPC. Ava Kennan, who had to miss the first couple of weeks due to injury, she is making her 2025 debut for New Orleans. Kennan has been with the Privateers now, this her third season. A junior out of Manville, Texas, has been snake bit by the injury bug over her career with the Privateers, but has been a very efficient hitting middle. And Jackman tried to get the jump before the whistle from the head official. Now Jackman sends it high over. Serve received. Anderson. Here's a swing from Mbaya. Just touches that one over to Telekai. Here's Ramirez. Block, but out. The block was there, but it went sideways and out. Mayoni was there. Kennan was in support. But the run continues for Alabama A&M. Lead down to 3. Critical moments here for the Privateers and for the Bulldogs as well. This is a set that was all New Orleans up until about 5 minutes ago. Hard serve. Anderson sticks with it just. Now Mbaya, deep swing. That one dug out in the back. Here's Smith set for Ramirez. Blocked, out of bounds. From in tight, from outside the pin, just off of that angle, impossible to really keep it in bounds from Mayoni and Kennan's perspective. Privateers still have one more time out in the pocket if they need it. Serve over. Moss receives this time. Now Eciroglu for Kennan. Off the block touch there. That was a dig by Smith. Ramirez taps it over. Moss diving dig. Mbaya from the outside. That one dug backwards there by Ramirez. Shaw taps it over the block, but covered by Moss in the back row. Now Kennan smashes it home. Ava Kennan makes her first mark of the season. That is her first kill of the year. And a point for the Privateers at a much-needed time. And now Celia Mbaya back to serve for New Orleans. Can they parlay this into some momentum to finish off this set in their favor? Or will the Bulldogs complete the comeback here? Shaw's swing, that goes. Caitlin Shaw with the kill. And the Bulldogs continuing to put some meaningful and powerful swings forward from their front row. In on rotation is Kamora Coachman. She sends it over to Mbaya. Now Eciroglu behind the 10 for Mayoni. That one dug out on the line there by Coachman. Here's a swing, Ramirez. That's a kill, and that'll be a point for Alabama A&M. And this once very stable lead for New Orleans has almost completely evaporated. Coachman serve, trips over there to Piva. Now set it up here to the middle for Kennan. That one dug out there on the back by Coachman, but the Bulldogs couldn't keep it alive any further. two Bulldogs chasing after it, and they almost collided with each other. That was Katie Smith and Caitlin Shaw, who were both trying to track it. Big point for the Privateers to stave off the Alabama A&M rally for the moment. Scales in for Kennan. It's actually a swap for the libero. So Moss to serve. And Ella Moss from deep. Sends it over, serve receive from Ramirez, set it up for Shaw, good dig at Eciroglu. Moss chases to pass it or set it for Piva. Talakai there off the tap. Here's Ramirez, blocked but continued there, sends a free ball over. Moss, Eciroglu for Piva. That one dug. Can it be kept alive further? It can. Here's a swing from deep for Jackman. That one dug out Mayoni off the trip of the tape. Now this one hits over the net, and that winds up being a point there for Dennis. Kind of scattershot rally there, but Alabama A&M will get the spoils of that one from Sinai Dennis. Brianna Smith to serve. Smith sends it deep, Mbaya tracks. Eciroglu sets, this for Piva, trying to stuff it down in front of the block, and Lauda Piva does. Well, that was huge. For the Privateers. 23-21, now Lainey Alamon to serve. Serve over, that actually goes into the net. So a service error and a point for Alabama A&M. Serve over, received. Eciroglu sets this for Piva. Shoves it deep, but that was dug out on the back row. Here's a swing, Jackman. Alamon digs off the block touch. Now Roundtree, and that one kept alive just. Back on the Privateer side. Piva with a try. So high off the block touch, it goes backwards, and nobody could track it down from there. Point for New Orleans from Lauda Piva. Set points for New Orleans. They have two shots at it. Serve over, received by Talakai. Now a set here, first swing from Martinez, that could not go. And the Privateers take the set, 25-22. They hold off the Bulldog rally just. And now we are tied at a set all here at the HPC. We'll take the break and come back in just a moment for set number 3. This is college volleyball on ESPN+.